Good day, everyone, and welcome to the CLAVER Report. Now, we know the media has become skewed. The mainstream media actually has now become basically the propaganda arm of any government that is existing under. They no longer report the facts. That's why there has been a rise in individual journalism, citizen journalism, and then podcast. That's why Joe Rogan podcast is the best podcast in the world, the number one media outlet. That's why X, formerly known as Twitter, has become the number one news source in the world because nobody trusts the mainstream media again reporting the actual facts of the news. So it brings us to a post made by the Daily Mirror, a UK media outlet, about a teen that killed a woman. So let me read the headline for you guys. So the headline goes this way: Teen obsessed with Andrew Tate beats woman to death, then posts sickening video. Now, a teenager beats a woman to death and then posts sickening video. I still don't understand how that concerns Andrew Tate, or how that is how Andrew Tate is liable for a teenager committing this kind of heinous crime. Are you getting me? How come on the video or the picture of this news story is just the woman's picture and Andrew Tate's picture? How is a teenager following Andrew Tate means Andrew Tate influenced him to go and kill somebody, or allegedly kill somebody in this case? You know, this is what the media does. They will paint, it's just like propaganda, control the narrative, control the people. Be it the Israeli versus Hamas war, be it Ukraine versus Russian war. They don't give us the facts. They don't give us the okay. Going by this logic, does that mean if somebody's playing Taylor Swift's music or a Taylor Swift music and mistakenly he or she crashes or accidentally crashes on somebody and kills that person, does that make Taylor Swift like liable for that crime? You know, if we're going by this logic, going by that same logic, if I'm listening to Davido's song or any other person's song, and then while listening to Davido's song I commit a crime, does that make Davido liable for that crime? So this is the more reason why they want to paint this guy as he's the monster. I even heard that in UK schools you are not allowed to say his name in class. You know, anything that is masculine, they want to remove it from the face of the earth. We will now live in a very gynocentric world. I can actually argue that we currently live under a matriarchy. So I don't know why a teenager, a very, very foolish teenager, commits this kind of heinous crime, and then they're liking it to Andrew Tate. It doesn't make any sense. So why the thing really caused a stir online on Twitter actually. So many people have been giving diverse opinion on the comment section. I will read a few comments from the comment section, and then you see for yourself what the opinion of people are. So coming from Stan Video Editor, he said, so if I was obsessed with Kamala Harris and then killed myself, does that mean she killed me? You see? So if somebody is obsessed with Kamala Harris and then she or she has Kamala Harris's picture everywhere in his or her room and then kills his or herself, does that mean Kamala Harris is liable for that crime? Or is like responsible for that suicide? These are these are questions we should be asking ourselves, because I don't see any reason why they want to demonize this guy and then make him the face of anything toxic in the world. Let me go to another comment. This one is from Stephen Martin Edoru. He says, this is just dishonest reporting. Of course, it is a stretch to expect anything honest from the modern journalist infrastructure. That's the problem. These people are no longer journalists. They've become activists that want to push every agenda, climate change agenda. That's how they push the Russian hoax agenda. That's how they push the COVID agenda. That you can't even ask any counter question, and then they will call you the vax denier, a COVID denier, a Russian apologist, just to push their agenda. They don't want to report the facts anymore. Let's keep going. This is a comment from Jav. He says, the fact that they mention Andrew Tate in a murder case that has nothing to do with the man shows how desperate their attempts to defame and slander him have become. And it shows their true colors when they shamelessly try to attach his name to some random murder. You see, this is the problem. They just want to demonize this guy. They have kicked him off virtually off all the social medias. He doesn't have any bank actually now. But still somehow, they still find a way to tie every murder to him. So if somebody listening to a Billie Eilish song and then does something bad, does that make Billie Eilish liable? So these are the issues. So Tristan Tate, Andrew's junior brother, actually replied to this post on X. He said, quote, it was disclosed the boy followed several such influencers online, although none were named. 10 million people follow Andrew on this platform alone. Some CUNT committing crimes has nothing to do with Andrew's protect and provide for women's message. CUFGOO in court. You see the things he say that this guy followed other influencers, the alleged teenager that committed this crime. He follows other influencers, but none of them has been named online. So if somebody, a random follower of Taylor Swift, I know why I'm using Taylor Swift because she's the darling of the left. If a random follower of Taylor Swift commits a crime, does that make her liable for the crime? You know, so 10 million people follow. So you want to tell me that Andrew Tate is responsible for the actions of 10 million people that follow him? I know as influencers you bear some responsibility. Andrew Tate has not told anybody to go and hurt somebody. But anyways, agenda will always agenda. So if we are going by this logic now, if any Taylor Swift, all these Swifties, any Taylor Swift's core fan commits a crime, then Taylor Swift should be held liable for this crime. They just want to demonize this guy, and I don't know why. So welcome to the matriarchy. And they always keep proving this guy right. You always say this is a matrix attack, and they're not even relenting. They're not showing all their cards. And that's all I'm going to say about that. So make sure you like, subscribe, do all the fun things. Turn on post notifications so you'll be notified anytime I drop any other video. You know I love you, but God loves you more.